Hi everyone, a blessed day to all. I hope that all of you are safe and doing well, especially after your midterm examinations. I understand that the previous 2 weeks has been very difficult and exhausting for you. So I hope you had distressed yourselves by eating ice creams or eating your favorite food or chatting to your friends so that you will be able to be ready for the coming final term. So I always pray that may God guide and light our ways so that we will be able to survive, to conquer these pressures and demands of learning in this new normal. And I'm praying that this pandemic will end soonest so that we can have our face-to-face learning, which I think much easier for all of us, and of course for us to meet our friends, and of course to start a new beginning. So this week we will discuss two topics: the theory of Madeleine Lininger and the theory of Ida Jean Orlando. So let's begin with the theory of Lininger, the transcultural nursing theory, or also known as culture care, that includes diversity and universality theory of care. So let us talk about the theorist, about Lininger. She was born on July 13, 1925 in Sutton, Nebraska, USA. So, Lininger's theory and research have helped nursing as well as nursing students to understand cultural differences in human care, health, and illnesses. So, Lininger had studied different culture, so at least 14 culture, and she continued to consult for research projects and institutions that are using her culture care. So her cultural care theory is being used worldwide. So about the educational background of Lininger, she holds the following academic degrees and title as PhD, or Doctor of Philosophy, Cultural and Social Anthropology as the major, LHD, or Doctor of Human Sciences, DS, Doctor of Science, RN, of course, registered nurse, and she is a member of FAAN, or the Philo-American Academy of Nursing. So she was able to publish or edit at least 27 books, but in your book of the book of Ali Good, at least 30 books daw. And here are some of the examples or some of the books that she published. The Basic Psychiatric Concepts in Nursing, which was released in 1960 and was published in 18 languages. Okay. And the next one is Nursing and Anthropology, Two Roads to Blend. Transcultural Nursing, the Concepts, Theories, and Practice. Caring, about an essential human need. Care, the essence of nursing and health. Qualitative research methods in nursing. Ethical and moral dimensions of care. The caring imperative in education. Culture care, diversity, and universality, which is a theory of nursing. Those are just examples of her theory. So the goal of the theory, or the goal of Nightingale in this theory, is to provide culturally congruent and responsible care that reasonably fits with the client's culture needs, values, beliefs, and life realities. So according to her, ang daming nag-aaral. So maraming concepts ang pinag-aaralan, but they never focus or pay attention to culture, which is very important in the healing process of the patient. Kasi 'di ba, the world composed of different culture. So, ang Earth, napakaraming cultures natin. Even in the Philippines, meron pa tayong mga subcultures. So, when you say cultures, may kanya-kanya tayong beliefs and values which may affect our health as well as recovery. So, Leninger says that care is the heart of nursing. Care is power. Care is very essential to caring. Care is curing. Diba? Pag nagbigay ka ng care, of course, mapapabilis din yung recovery of your patient. And care is the central and dominant focus of nursing and transcultural nursing decisions and actions. So, yan yung care according to her. And then, the following are the major concepts and definitions under the theory of Madeleine Leninger. Care. Okay. So, na-mention natin a while ago kung ano yung care. Care is power, care is essential, care is curing, according to Leninger. So, the conceptual phenomena related to helping, okay, diba? Of course, when you, there is a patient that needs help, so you have to provide, as a nurse, you have to provide care by helping the patient, by supporting the patient's needs, or empowering the patient experiences. Ano ba yung na-experience ng patient? Baka may present illness siya, o baka may pinagdadaanan siya. Diba? Pag sinasabi natin illness, not only, we're not referring to the physical aspect only, of course, also the emotional, the psychological. So you have to consider that, or the behaviors towards others with evident or anticipated needs to improve a human condition or life way or to face death. So you have to provide care to help a certain individual or group. And the term caring. So anong pinagkaiba ng care at sa caring? So when you say care, it is an action. Diba? It is actually a verb. Diba? It's a verb. It is an action na gagawin mo. You have to perform it. But when you say caring, you are referring to the behavior that is directed toward assisting another individual. So this is the behavior of the nurse, how the nurse behave, or how the nurse provide care to the client, to the certain individual or group, okay, with evident or anticipated needs to improve the human condition. Kasi bakit kailangan improve? Probably there is a presence of illness or problems, either to help the patient to recover or to face death. Ma'am, bakit may face death? Of course, you have to accept the reality that our life is not permanent in this world. No matter what, hindi ka dapat ma-discourage na you provide everything, you provide all kinds of care to the patient, yet the patient die. You have to understand that that is part of our life processes. Yung death ang ating end. So, of course, you are there to help the patient to recover, pero meron talagang pagkakataon na hindi talaga siya makaka-recover. Papunta talaga siya sa death, but you provide care para magkaroon siya ng peaceful and happy ending. Okay, happy ending ba yun? Okay. And another concept here that was mentioned in our theory is about culture, kasi nga yun ang focus ng kanyang theory. So, culture is the studied, shared, and handed values, beliefs, norms, and life ways of a certain group that directs their thinking, decisions, and actions in certain ways. So, we have different cultures sa Filipino culture. Ano ba yung culture ng mga Filipinos? Okay, you have to know that in terms of health, in terms of recovery, usually the Filipino rely, no, yung families, yung friends, they have a big impact to the recovery of the patient. Unlike sa ibang culture na baliwala naman sa kanila kahit may relatives sila. So sa atin, malaking tulong ang ating relatives, ang ating friends in our recovery. And not only that, we have faith in God. We believe that we have Creator. Okay? We believe in miracle. And even in the Philippines itself, may mga subculture tayo. May mga tao pa rin naniniwala sa mga mga tawag doon, quack doctors, mga ganyan, mga albularyo. So, iba-iba ang ating beliefs. So, yung beliefs kasi ng isang tao, yung values ng isang tao or norms ng isang tao would affect the healing process. Kaya, according to Leninger, it is very important that we have to consider that. Okay? Culture care. So, the culture care refers to the subjective and objective obtained value. So, when you say subjective, it is the feelings, the thoughts, the opinions. Ito yung opinion niya. Ito yung feelings niya. Ito yung feelings ng isang tao based sa kanyang culture, about sa kanyang illness, about kung paano siya gagaling. Objectively, ito yung nakikita natin. Ito yung common practice na nakikita mo sa culture ng isang individual. Just like, for example, pwede rin kasing mag-effect yung religion sa culture, di ba? Like for example, in the Philippines, more of Catholic tayo, more of Christians. But then, meron pa rin tayong iba-ibang sector, di ba? Kahit Christians tayo, meron pa rin Iglesia ni Cristo, meron pa rin Muslims, wherein yung objective na makikita natin doon, kapag Muslims or Iglesia ni Cristo, hindi sila tumatanggap ng ayaw nila yung blood transfusion. Bawal sa kanila yung blood transfusion kasi sinusunod nila yung sa Bible na yung blood is very it's life kasi napaka-valuable or napakahalaga para sa kanila yung blood. So, hindi sila tumatanggap ng blood transfusion. So, that is part of their culture or beliefs. So, hindi mo sila pwedeng mapipilit kahit na ang patient is may malaking blood loss na, kailangan ng blood transfusion, hindi natin sila mapapilit kasi we have to tailor our care to their culture. Okay? So, yan yun. To facilitate, empower, yan, to maintain well-being, health, and deal with illness, handicaps, or deaths. So, ibig sabihin lang nitong culture care na to, that you provide care, it should be tailored fit to their culture, kung ano yung culture nila, kung ano yung belief nila, kung ano yung values nila. Like for example, sa Pilipinas nga, ang healing process, importante ang relatives, ang friends na dumalaw, mas mapapabilis ang healing process. But in other country, sa US ata or in the Western culture, hindi sila nag-a-accept ng mga visitors kapag nasa hospital. Usually, mag-isa lang yan, tas uuwi. So, which is pag sa atin naman, lalo tayong magkakasakit, lalong hindi mapapabilis ang healing natin. So, that's culture care. And another concept here is the culture care diversity. So, when you say diversity, it refers to the changeable differences in meanings, patterns, values, life ways, or symbols of care within the concepts that are related in supporting human care. So, merong iba-iba. So, diversity, changeable differences. So, as I mentioned earlier, even in the Philippines, there is subcultures. Kahit Pilipino tayong lahat, may mga subculture. May Muslims, may Iglesia ni Cristo, may mga taong naniniwala sa quack doctors, may taong naniniwala sa miracle, naniniwala kay God, na may big impact in the healing of the individual. Lalo naman as a whole world, mas may maraming mas diverse yung, mas iba-iba yung ating mga beliefs, iba-iba yung ating culture, iba-iba yung ating values, practices. And the culture care universality. Okay. It refers to the common, general definitions of care with its patterns, values, and symbols that is observed among many cultures and reflect assistive ways to help people. So, ito yung universality as a whole world. Merong universality na ito yung care, ito yung kailangang care para sa lahat na acceptable itong kind of care na to in different culture. Ano yun? Yung mga basic care natin. Ano ba yung mga basic care na usual na ginagawa natin? Yung hygiene sa patient, turning the patient side to side. So, it will not affect the culture. Ito yung common na ibibigay natin sa sa patient. Okay? Worldview. So, another concept here refers to the way an individual or group looks out on and understand the world about them as a value, stance, picture, or perspective about life and the world. So, parang malapit din siya doon sa universality. Ito yung view natin doon sa from the world view to the life, to the kind of care, to healing process. So, ito yung tinitingnan natin. Ito yung pananaw ng buong mundo. Okay. Another concept is the cultural and social structure dimensions. So, this refers to the dynamic, holistic. Alam naman natin, pag holistic, it involves the physical, psychological, sociological, so on and so forth. And interrelated patterns of structure features of a culture. So, you have to consider the subculture as well, including the religion or spirituality, kinship or social, yung paano siya makitungo sa kapwa, political characteristics, more of legal, economics, education, technology, cultural values, philosophy, history, and languages. So, ito yung mga other paano i-consider. Ethnohistory. It refers to the past facts. So, mga previews, yung mga grounded siya sa history, events, and experiences of the individuals, groups, and various cultures, and institutions that are mainly people-centered or ethnic, and that explains and interprets human life ways within particular cultural trends. So, ito yung mga past experiences. Ito yung mga minana nating practices from our ninuno. So, ito yun. Another concept here is ethnic, refers to the local, indigenous, or the insider's view and values about a certain phenomenon. Ano ba yung certain phenomenon? About health, or about illness, about recovery, about death. So, ito yung paniniwala ng local or within. Ethic naman refers to the outsiders or more universal views. Yung pinagkaiba niya. And values about a certain phenomenon. Generic folk or lay or care system refers to the culturally studied and given, indigenous or traditional, could be folk, community, and home-based knowledge and skills used to provide assistive, supportive, enabling, or facilitative acts towards or for another individuals, groups, or institution with evident or anticipated needs to ameliorate or improve a human life way or health conditions or well-being, or to deal with handicaps and death situation. So, ano yun? Culturally studied and given. So, ito yung mga knowledge skills, ayan. So, it's very, common, very understandable na siya, na ibinibagay natin care system. Ito yung, pag sinabing general, ito yung common na ginagawa doon sa certain culture na yun. Okay? Professional care system, from the word professional. Okay? Formally educated. So, ibig sabihin, pinag-aaralan. Okay? Nag-undergo ng certain trainings and instructed professional care, health, illness, wellness, and related knowledge and practice skills that exist in professional institutions, usually with multidisciplinary personnel to give service to clients. So, ibig sabihin itong professional care system, merong pattern, pinag-aaralan. Merong, pagdating ninyo sa next SEM, mag-aaral na kayo ng mga skills of how a certain procedure, a processes, a nursing process na usually ginagawa natin by creating nursing care plan. Meron ka ng plan, meron ka ng pattern, it is pinag-aaralan din, scientifically, may scientific basis. So, yun yung professional care system. Pinagkaiba doon sa generic care kanina or folk, yun yung common practices na yun yung usual na ginagawa nila. Well, the professional care system is nag-undergo ito ng study, nag-undergo ito ng research, may mga evidences ito na this kind of care is effective for the recovery of the patient. Okay? And health. So, concept. According to Leninger, the health is the state to well-being that is defined through cultures, valued and practiced, and reflects the ability of individual to perform their daily role activities in culturally expressed beneficial and pattern style. So, ibig sabihin dito, yung health niya, yung definition of health ni Lininger is it depends to the views or to the beliefs of a certain culture about health. Okay. So, kung paano siya mag-perform, kung paano siya gagaling, kung paano masasabing healthy yung isang individual is based on their culture. So, hindi siya common. Transcultural nursing is another term here. Kasi transcultural nursing, ito na yung mga nursing na talagang inaral nila, ina-apply nila yung culture or culture care or transcultural care. It refers to the studied scientific and humanistic profession and discipline that centers on human care activities that assist, support, facilitate, or enable individuals or group to maintain or regain their well-being or health in culturally meaningful and beneficial ways or to help people face handicaps or deaths. So, pag sinabi natin transcultural nursing, it undergo a process, a scientific procedure. So, meron siyang formal education, pinag-aaralan, but still, kahit pinag-aaralan siya, nag-undergo ng evidences, nag-undergo ng research na nakakabit yung culture, nakakabit yung certain culture ng isang tao. So, may ibang differences ng culture. So, ina-apply, ina-aral yung culture. Kung paano mag-provide ng care for a specific culture. Kung paano mag-provide ng care na maging effective for the recovery of the patient or to prevent illness for the patient. Yan, or to restore the patient's health. So, nag-undergo ng scientific study ang transcultural nursing. Hindi lang siya based on the belief lang, based on the folk, based on the general, pinag-aaralan pa rin. Kinabit yung culture, ito yung practice, pinag-combine sila para maging effective yung care. Na hindi, ito yung culture, basta culture na yan na yung i-follow mo. Dapat pinag-aralan pa rin, nag-undergo pa rin ng procedure, nag-undergo pa rin ng research, nagkaroon pa rin ng evidences that this type of care can help the patient's recovery or can help in the fast recovery of the patient. So culture, this one, culture care preservation is actually part of, ito yung tatlong care na nakikita. Tatlong kind of care. Okay. Culture care preservation, the three kinds of care according to Lininger. So, it refers to the care in skilled actions and decisions that people of the certain culture retain important care values so that they can keep up their well-being, recover from illness, or face handicaps or death. So, skilled action. So, ito yung as I mentioned kanina, ikinabit kung ano yung mga values nila dito sa kung ano yung what is right na nag-undergo ng certain study. So, para mapabilis yung kanilang recovery or makip yung kanilang well-being. Culture care. The second one is the culture care accommodation or negotiation. It refers to the supporting, facilitative, or enabling specialized actions and decisions that help the people of designated culture to adapt to others for a beneficiary or satisfying health outcome with professional care providers. So, yan, nagkaroon na ng negotiations dito, accommodation, so inaccept niya. Ito yung culture niya, pero meron kasing evidences na pinag-aralan nila, na nag-aral lang ating mga theories that this is the applicable, this is the most effective way of care for the patient to be able to recover or to restore health. So, this is beneficial. So, inadapt din ni patient yan. Kasi, medyo dapat, malapit doon sa culture ng patient. And the last one is the culture care repatterning or restructuring. So, this is the assistive, sustaining, facilitative, or enabling professional actions and decisions that help the clients greatly change life way for you. Different and beneficial healthcare patterns while regarding the client's cultural values and beliefs and still giving a beneficial or healthier life way before the changes were laid out with the client. So, nag-undergo kayo. Inaral mo muna yung culture, pero meron kang changes na gagawin. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng cultures, diba, katulad na lang nung sa mga provinces, diba, yung iba ayaw talaga nilang magpa-check up. Ayaw talaga nilang magpatingin sa doktor, especially during this pandemic, no? Hindi mo pa rin maiiwasan na doon sa mga remote areas, lalo na may mga gumagawa na mga fake dito sa ating social media na nakalagay na the COVID-19 is not true, the COVID-19 is just parang ginawa lang yan, na hindi talaga totoo ang COVID-19. So what will happen? Yung mga nasa provinces, kahit may symptoms na sila, kahit may sign and symptoms na sila, they will not consult a doctor. Kasi sabi nga nila, naku, yung vaccine na ibibigay, yun yung pang 666, or pag inano ka daw, prinik ka, pag in-injectionan ka, may ilalagay na something na dun sa katawan mo, parang yun nga, yung sa 666 nga. So sometimes talaga, yung mga nasa remote areas, hindi mo sila mapipilit na magpatingin ng doktor. So dito sa restructuring na to, repatterning na to, nagkakaroon na ng, di ba kanina may negotiation, so na-explain mo mabuti, ito yung culture, ito yung proper way of caring, ito yung proper way na kailangan magpa-check up po kayo, magpatingin sa doktor, kailangan laboratory po tayo kasi kailangan makita po natin kung ano yung cause, kung bakit ka nagkakasakit, at para mabigyan po ng lunas or gamot ang iyong nararamdaman. So, kailangan may negotiation na mangyayari doon. Kailangan may explain mo based on your pinag-aaralan, based on your education, yung trainings. Ayan. So, kailangan may explain mo. Tapos ito sa repatterning, restructuring, dapat maipaano mo na sa patient yung changes. Pero yung changes na yun, dapat hindi malayo doon sa culture niya. Dapat i-respect mo pa rin yung culture niya, yung beliefs niya, yung values niya, kailangan i-consider mo pa rin yun. Para maging effective pa rin yung care na ibibigay mo. Although you repattern it, you restructure it, but kahit na-restructure mo ito, dinagdagan mo or binago mo ng konti, pero naka-base pa rin doon, naka-tailored fit pa rin doon sa kanyang culture. And another one is the cultural congruent or nursing care. The cognitive-based assistive, caring, facilitative, or empowering acts or decisions that are made to fit with individual, group, or institutional cultural values, beliefs, and life ways to offer or carry meaningful, beneficial, and satisfying healthcare or well-being services. So, that is cognitive-based, assistive, caring, facilitative. Diba? Parang, yun pa rin yun. Cognitive, pinag-aaralan. Nag-undergo na, may theories, may baseline. May base ka, may terms, may theories. Meron kang foundations kung paano mo ibibigay yung care. And again, of course, it should be tailored fit to the client's culture. So the meta paradigm of Leininger's theory, of course, includes pa rin yung the four major concepts na usual na minimension natin in our previous discussion during your midterms. On person, okay, ano ang view favorite ko si Florence, laging Florence, no? Ni Madeleine Leininger. According to her, humans are thus believed to be caring and capable of being concerned about the desire, the welfare, and continued existence of others. So, innate sa atin, innate sa tao, yung magkikare din siya not only for herself, but also to others, di ba? Concerned tayo sa iba, eh. Di ba kahit patient naman tayo sa isang lugar, eh, minsan, tinitingnan mo pa rin yung kapwa mo. I just remember when I had my labor on my first son, nasa labor room, naiisip ko during that time, nagsisigawan yung mga di ba, kahit I was in pain too, but still, I prayed for them. Pinagpipray ko sila para mapabilis ang kanilang delivery. So, parang innate sa atin yan to care for others. Humans are universally caring beings tayo, show survive in diversity of cultures through their ability to provide the universality of care in varieties of ways according to different cultures, needs, and settings. So, ibig sabihin, madali naman tayong mag-cope. Every individual naman siguro, kahit nasaan ka man, so madali kang mag-cope, madali kang magbigay ng care to other person. And on environmental framework as being the totality of an event, situation, or experiences. Culture is closely related to society or environment and is the central matter of her theory. So, ano ba yung pinaka-central niya is, of course, culture nga. So, ano bang mag-a-affect ng culture? The environment, the society, kung ano yung mga nangyayari sa kapaligiran ng pasyente. So, of course, kasama dun yung mga events, situation, and experiences of a certain person. And on health. Health is seen as being universal across cultures but distinct with each culture. So, universal ang health, sabi niya, pero may pinagkaiba ang kanyang definitions depende sa culture in a way that represents the beliefs, the values, and practices of the particular culture. Health is both universal and distinct. So, pwedeng universal. Ito yung common definition of health. Ito yung common views natin sa health worldwide. Tapos may mga distinction din. May iba-iba rin tayong view individually or culturally doon sa health. And nursing. She gave 3 types of nursing actions that are culturally based and thus consistent with the needs and values of the client. These 3 modes of actions can lead to the deliverance of nursing care that best fits with the client's culture and thus reduce cultural stress and chance for conflict between client and the caregiver. So, ito yung 3 modes of action. Actually, this was defined already in our previous slides. Diba? Yung mga concepts kanina. Number 1 is the cultural care preservation or maintenance. Okay? Anong ginagawa natin doon sa cultural care preservations? Kung ano yung belief ng certain individual or groups, kung ano yung kanilang belief, values about health, about recovery, about death, pinipreserve natin yan. Hindi natin tinatanggal. Iyon yung paniniwala natin, nire-respect natin. Then, culture care accommodation or negotiation, ini-negotiate natin using our true professional na to. Pinag-aaralan, what we learned from the school, what we learned from our trainings, ina-apply natin dito, tapos we have to negotiate it with the patient na ito yung proper way. Culture care repatterning or restructuring, again, ito na yung nire-restructure natin. Ito yung dapat na care. Ito yung proper way para fast ang iyong recovery. Ito dapat ang gagawin for you. Sasabihin mo yon sa patient, nire-repattern natin siya, but then again, so it should be based on the patient's culture. So here is the sunrise model of Lininger. Lininger's sunrise model, actually or known as Lininger's sunrise enabler, it symbolizes the rising of the sun. Yan, rising of the sun daw yan, or it symbolizes care. Yan, care yan. The upper half of the yan, yung upper half na nakikita nyo of the sunrise depicts the components of the social structure and worldview factors that would influence care and health through languages, ethnohistory, and environmental concept. Then, the 2 halves together, yung bluish na dalawang yan, together they form a full sun which represents the universe that the nurses must consider to appreciate human care and health. Ito yung universe. Ito yung mga pangangailangan. Ito yung culture ng bawat bansa. Culture ng bawat bansa or kung nasaan ka nag-work. According to Lininger, nursing here, looking at this Kaya, ayan yan yung second half kanina. Tapos here, nursing care practices. So, according to her, nursing here acts as a bridge. Siya yung bridge that connect between the folk or generic care and the professional care cure practices. Okay. So, naintindihan nyo ba ulit? Uulitin ko yung generic care. Ito yung common practices. Ito yung common na ginagawa. Ano ba yung generic care? Halimbawa na lang sa pagpapaanak. Dati dito sa Pilipinas, pag nanganak ang pasyente, hilot lang. Okay, hilot. Okay na, sa bahay, hilot. But then later on, na-discover natin through sa pag-aaral, through professional care or cure practices, na-discover na hindi pwedeng basta hilot lang kasi may maraming complications na pwedeng mangyari. Pwedeng mamatay ang patient, ang baby, pwedeng mamatay ang mommy. So, nag-bridge tayo, nag-act si nurse dito as bridge para makonect yun na pwede naman, kailangan, hindi pwedeng hilot lang sa bahay. Pwedeng dalhin sa lying in or sa hospital kasi merong possible complications. So, kailangan na-repattern natin yun. So, kaya ngayon, bawas na ang hilot at pinagbabawal na yan sa Pilipinas. Diba? Lalo na pag walang lisensya, yung mga hilot na magpapaanak. So, kailangan trained sila for that. And then, in this model or also in this figure, you can say that there are 3 kinds of nursing care. Ito yung sinabi ko kanina, merong 3 kinds of nursing care or 3 modes of providing care. Itong nasa baba, the culture care, preservation of or maintenance, culture care, accommodation or negotiation, culture care, repatterning or restructuring. So, yun. So, the Sunrise Enablers depicts human beings, diba, as an inseparable from their cultural background and social structure, worldview, history, and environment context as basic tenet of Leninger theory. So, yan yung kanyang Sunrise model. Okay? So, here is a sample video, just a summary of Leninger's theory. So, mas maganda kasi itong i-watch nyo rin para magkaroon kayo ng ideas. And the other 2 videos, I will just upload it on Canvas. It's about the interview of the real Madeleine Leninger. You can view it later.
Using Leninger's care model in clinical practice shows respect to clients' beliefs, values, expressions, and establishes a partnership between healthcare providers and clients to ensure safe, beneficent, and culturally congruent care.
Plastic.
Now, you'll be provided with scenarios of appropriate and inappropriate cultural clinical practices.
Warning. The following examples were performed by professionals. Do not try this in clinical practice.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ayala, and I'll be your attending today. Can I have your name and date of birth, please?
Giselle Alvarez, 11/25/1997.
All right. Okay. Can we do am I bothering you?
No, it's fine. Would you like to pray with me?
No, I don't believe in what you believe in. Can we do like a quick physical assessment? Can you please squeeze my 2 fingers?
Can you give me a second? I'm almost done.
I have other patients. You're not the only one. Squeeze my 2 fingers now.
Can you just give me 1 second, please?
Fine, go ahead. Are you done?
Okay, I'm done with this mystery.
Finally. Squeeze my fingers. Alright. See you tomorrow. Come in.
Hello, I'm Dr. Alvarez. I'm going to be your doctor today. Could you please tell me your name and date of birth?
Nalaglag ba
Sal Ayala and July 22, 1997.
Okay. And I'm gonna do a head-to-toe assessment on you if that's okay.
I'm doing my rosary. So I'm not sure if you want to come back when I'm done, or you can stay
Ayaw
here
mo
and
na?
play with me. I'm almost done.
Okay, it's up to you. If you feel comfortable,
Gawa na lang kita mamaya.
Okay, you can have a chair and we can play together. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. Just being curious. What is that for?
Oh, it inspires me to pray. It's just me trying to get better and also to pray for my family.
Oh, okay. So do you do this daily or?
Yes, I do it daily.
Yeah. So is it like a good luck charm?
No, it's a symbol of my faith.
Oh, okay. That's very cool. Thank you so much for sharing that with me, and thank you for allowing me to pray with you.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. So now I'm gonna begin your attitude assessment.
Okay, let's go. Come in.
Hi. Just for safety purposes, could you please tell me your name?
Sona Yala, 17-1997.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry, sir. Did you order this food?
Of course, me, myself, and I.
And why is that if you're restricted and you're in a cardiac diet?
Because I feel better.
Sir, you know that you're not supposed to eat meat, and that pasta has too much butter on it. Not to mention that the soda has too much fat and sugar.
But in my culture, we're supposed to eat meat. I have to have meat with everything in my culture.
I'm sorry, sir, but you can't eat meat. You're restricted. I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to take this food away from you. You know what? I'm just gonna bring healthier food options for you. Please, give me back the burger. I'm gonna have to take it away from you. I'm sorry, but this is not healthy. I'll come back with healthier food options. Come in.
Hello. I'm your doctor. Sala Yala, so can I have your name, date of birth, please?
Giselle Alvarez, 11/25/1997.
Okay. So we're gonna order you some food. You're in a cardiac diet, so you can't have a lot of meat. You cannot.
But I always eat meat. I always have to have my meat.
There's other options we can take. For example, in this menu, there's a lot of options you can have. There is some green beans,
Will it taste like meat?
yes, a fish, white fish tastes a lot like meat. It's really good for you too. It has a lot of protein as well. So what do you say? Would you like to order some salmon, some green beans, some milk, and also be a good substitute for protein?
Yeah, that's fine. I'll take it.
Okay. Good. Okay, so I'll let the CNA Dana know that she'll be ordering your food.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so I hope you learned something from that presentation or from that example. And let me end this topic with this quote. In the middle of difficulty lies an opportunity. So, just think positive. Kaya mo yan. Kaya natin to. Okay? God bless!